not surprising that managing any fuel supply chain enterprise requires precision and efficiency. With that in mind, Goldvein Solutions is here to offer assistance through our partnership with SAP Solutions. The resolutions offered have the systems to facilitate various entrepreneurial benefits such as automated procurement processes, fuel inventory management, logistics planning, M-Pesa integration, and fuel station management, among others. Other benefits offered by SAP Solutions include the management of fuel inventory levels, assurance.
Karibuni sana. We are Goldvein. We are happy to have you here. I would like to believe that the bulk of us are people in the oil industry, right? In the petroleum industry, which means this is a very expensive room, okay? We are here to talk about an arm and a leg because of the kind of industry you're in, okay? So I would like us to take a bit of time, understand what it is that we are offering, okay? Because, I mean, let's face it, the kind of business environment we have right now, it's very important that you are very effective in your business. You need to be very productive. You need to cut as many costs as possible. You can imagine how tight things have become right now. You know, every shilling that you can save, every inch of productivity that you can achieve, we want to make sure that, you know, we are able to achieve that. And what better way to do this than technology, okay? So without further ado, because of time, I'm going to invite the MD of Goldvein, Martin, to just welcome us.
Hello everyone, good morning. I think once again, just to give an appreciation for everyone who's managed to attend. I think I'll just start right away. As a Managing Director of Goldvein Solutions, it gives me immense pleasure to address all of you today. I hope this message finds you well, healthy, and thriving in your respective roles. As we all know, the past 3 years from the advent of COVID have been a roller coaster ride for everyone in all industries across the globe. The pandemic has forced us to adapt to a new normal, where remote work, digitization, and automation have become the buzzwords of our everyday life. Despite these challenges, our company has continued to grow and thrive, thanks to the dedication and hard work of our team. We have successfully navigated through the pandemic and emerged stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. Looking ahead, we have some exciting plans and goals for the future. We will continue to focus on innovation, agility, and customer centricity, while also ensuring that we remain socially responsible and sustainable in our operations. Our primary objective is to provide our clients with the best possible products and services that meet the ever-evolving needs and expectations. To achieve this, we have invested in cutting-edge technology, training to enhance our digital capabilities, and expand our market reach to new geographies and segments. We have had to really to move beyond our comfort zones and establish relationships with different stakeholders. For example, as you will see now, we have KRA because of the working with the Teams integration. We have partnerships with Microsoft. We have partnerships with various cloud solution providers. I think number one we actually discussed is Microsoft with Azure technology, and the Dynamics and the Outlook 365. All right. We strongly believe that our team's diverse perspectives, experiences, and backgrounds are critical to our success, and we will continue to support and empower our employees to grow, learn, and succeed. In conclusion, I want to thank all of you for the hard work, dedication, and commitment to where we are today. I believe that together we can achieve great things and make a positive and meaningful impact in our society and in the economy at large. Let us continue to work hard, stay focused, and achieve our shared goals. Welcome to the Goldvein Oil and Gas Solution event. Thank you. Just to give a vote of thanks to our key business partners. One is SAP. We are a sub-gold partner, and SAP is our principal partner. We resell and we are certified to resell SAP applications within Kenya and the Eastern African region. So I think it's just good to acknowledge them. The SAP representative will be here shortly, and will also give a word. Also in the office is Microsoft representation. They're also our partners, our cloud and applications partner. It's also good to give a vote of thanks of Dell, who we've worked very closely with in providing servers and hardware infrastructure. We work closely with Safaricom. They really worked hard to provide us with the required M-Pesa integrations that we needed to connect our SAP solution to M-Pesa, where as we speak you will be able to see what kind of, what this has leveraged us. Also, we'd like to give a vote of thanks to Kalwari, who's also our solution partner. Thank you.
Okay, so we're looking at a number of things. We're looking at increasing your productivity in the business, whatever you are. We are looking at cutting wastage. How is it that, you know, a lot of, I mean, you can imagine, very recently we had an oil spillage by one of the trucks. So then how is it that we can account for that? How about the assets we have, whatever kind of assets you have, whether it's for the dispensation, whether it's for transportation? What is it that we can do to protect ourselves from that? How about your employees? Are they safe? Because it's a very highly volatile situation or environment that you find yourselves in. So how do you measure your economics? How do you make sure that, you know, you don't get into problems with the labor institutions? You know, how is it that you can ensure that while being productive at the same time they are safe? Okay. How about, you know, data reconciliation, data analysis? Data is a new gold right now. We are called Goldvein, okay? Because we're data people. Data runs in our veins, okay? What is it that we can do to ensure that, you know, the kind of analysis that we do from so much data that you collect in a given day is useful in order to help us to make better decisions? So I believe Chris will be able to take us through that, and then hopefully we'll be better enlightened at the end. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick, and also Martin for that introduction. So my name is Chris, an executive here at Goldvein Solutions. And I'll take you through why more companies and more businesses are deciding to choose Goldvein Solutions to be their technology partner. And the other thing is also quality assurance and also innovation to customize the product to fit the business in any industry vertical. The other reason why is pricing. Our pricing of these solutions, they are made to suit various business models. They are packages to suit business requirements. Of course, based on our privilege of being a sub-gold partner, we can be able to afford discounts on licenses. We can be able to afford giving flexibility on payments, so that at the end of the day, the cost of ownership for this system is much lower as compared to what we might get out there. Our deployment as well model is flexible. You can get it on premise or you can get it on cloud. We tell you you can also pay by installments. You don't have to pay everything at once. You can pay what is agreed and what is comfortable for you. The other reason is the experienced team. As some of you have met the team, and it's a very experienced team. We are fully certified consultants, SAP, that have seen implementation of SAP in various fields, many businesses. And there's a high rate of successful implementation from this team. The implementation methodology is flexible enough so that it's cost saving, take the organization through digital transformation. And you can look at the challenges that are happening now in the business environment, in both oil and gas or even the normal business environment. The competition has increased. We have seen the video there that in the oil marketing there is over 120 companies right now, from maybe a list of 50 like a decade ago. There's also limited physical interactions. People are opting to go more remote. And this has disrupted the workflow and reducing productivity. These are challenges in business right now. And you're saying the solution now is a digital transformation. You have to make your system in a way that it is flexible enough to adapt to these changes. It is resilient enough to adapt to these changes. That when the government of the day decides you have to change the pricing from this to this, your system should be flexible enough to factor in the cost for that, and you can be able to make the decision on the next week going forward for the business. The technology you can use there, you need in your business, you need a robust and intelligent ERP system that has both business intelligence and analytics that can help you make sense or sift through the data that you have accumulated in the system and give you insights on the next step to take in your business. The other reason why companies are choosing Goldvein Solutions to be their technology partner is our various solutions and product and services. We have talked about SAP products, our main product being SAP Business One. This system is also available in the cloud or on premise, and I'll be able to expound more on the features of the SAP Business One. It handles all aspects of the business. This is from the management and administration, this is accounting and financials, inventory and distribution, production. Basically all departments of the business are connected by one system. Other products that we offer is products from Microsoft. There is Office 365. There is also Microsoft Cloud Service. I think there is somebody from Microsoft who will speak more on that. The other product that we have is M-Pesa integration of, because what we have seen in most businesses is as customers are opting to pay more via M-Pesa, reconciliation becomes a very difficult task. You have you're doing reconciliation on an Excel sheet, then you key in the codes, and then reconciliation is done later at the back. You don't need all that. You can automate all that process so that any payment that is made by the phone by the customer at the till, it is reflecting directly. You can also get real-time visibility of cash flows from all branches, from all stations, and convenient for customer satisfaction. The other product is Teams integration. Martin had mentioned that, so that the tax compliance process is automated to reduce all the manual work involved in tax. We have that system, as you can see there. Once you have the invoices printed or the receipt is printed at the till, there's a middleware there, and the receipt, as you print them, you can be able to see that QR code, which has all the VAT and integrated with Teams, and you can scan, you can go to the back there, and you can be able to see your tax record. So you don't need all that manual process, but at the end of the month or at the end of the week to go through all that tax process. All that is automated, and that is one of our best solutions as well. So what we offer again is integration of our system. SAP allows integration of very many other systems. HR system, Heritage is here, we talk about the HR system. So we can implement that with, we can integrate that with biometric and all those time attendance. You can integrate that with SAP. For retail outlets, you can integrate barcode readers or fleet managers as well. Weybridge as well, you can integrate that. The other reason is we have a very good team. During implementation, we have set an implementation methodology there where we collaborate with the client's team. We have the Goldvein team and the client's team, so that we going through the journey of the implementation, we are together in any incidents that arise, we can be able to sort it out. The support is both on-site or remote, and it's available on call, email, text message, anytime, 24 hours, 7 days a week. We have also been capable of managing multi-companies or companies that have operations distributed across different geographical areas, different countries, or companies that are using a multi-currency, so that you can be able also to invoice and receive in different currencies and manage the impact of foreign exchange fluctuation, like we have been seeing of late. There's all these benefits about increasing capacity, and some of our customers can give testimonies of this. That business can grow from 30 to 50% just by implementing these solutions. Savings, you have slashed processing time of these processes. There's no manual data entries, so the data that is in the system is 100% accurate and real time. I think I will give the floor to Mr. Martin to talk about the oil and gas. Thank you.
Solutions. Solutions is here to offer assistance through our partnership with SAP Solutions. The resolutions offered have the systems to facilitate various entrepreneurial benefits such as automated procurement processes, fuel inventory management, logistics planning, M-PESA integration, and fuel station management among others. Other benefits offered by SAP Solutions include the management of fuel inventory levels, assurance of optimal storage capacity and minimization of the risk of fuel shortages. From a logistical perspective, it can optimize the dispatch process, ensuring that the right quantity of fuel is delivered to the right station at the right time. SAP Solutions are extremely valuable as they can automate various processes. They may include the procurement process, from supplier selection to contract management, ensuring transparency and compliance with regulations. This is essential for accountability and smooth work progression. Lastly, Goldvein Solutions has the capability of integrating M-PESA payments with the fuel supply chain, enabling seamless and secure transactions for both the fuel station owners and their customers. This allows for a more effective fuel station management, considering SAP Solutions also provide real-time assessment of fuel inventory levels, enabling station owners to manage their inventory levels effectively and provide an enhanced customer experience.
Goldvein Solutions, solutions for people for life.
Just before I start, I think we've all seen the news yesterday. We're all aware that the price of PMS has gone up by 2 shillings. It's now at 179. I think we are all very much aware of the impact this continuing increase in fuel prices is doing. I think because of I'm just going through this because I want us to narrow down on why we decided to have this event and to put in so much effort. I think one of the key things that we're going to realize sooner or later is with this increase in pricing, there's going to be a hit somewhere. Well, definitely we're looking at, on the consumer side, in the utility and usage, we're going to have an impact there. Consumption will go down. But we also need to ask ourselves what happens to the petrol stations, to the oil and gas company, to the OMCs, to so many other businesses out there, whose main platform is the oil and gas sector. So because of that, that's why we brought this. As a business goes through these trying and difficult times, you need to start adapting. Because if you don't adapt, if you don't adjust, then perhaps there's limited chances of survival. SAP is a #1 solution provider. And what it looks at is a streamlined, lean, efficient management for your businesses. And what it looks like is cost savings, improvement and efficiency in reporting and controls, such that we don't have to vision and foresee errors of downsizing and cost cutting and the like, because SAP can be able to manage all those things with the current teams as you have and even improve them. I think that is one of the main highlights of the drive. So I will take us to just a brief overview of the demo, and I will highlight on several areas. So yes, so we've set up the presentation on our demo environment, which is hosted on the cloud. So just to take you on a brief steps of what we have. So first of all, we just have a brief overview. I know there are challenges in implementation. How do we do the chart of accounts? Do we need to So we have an element of station management here as well. So the system, I can say that the chart of accounts gives a presentation of what we can see is at the heart, but there are so many other areas that come there. There's assets, liabilities, capital reserves, and all other accounts, as you can see. So we try as much as possible to really split and be granular in the kind of reporting, because the work, as we've said before, should be highly automated. I think I can just close here. Just before I close, you can see that there's a structure here in terms of the balance sheet accounts and the P&L accounts down here, turnover and the like. With each account as we see it, we can see on my left side here, you can see with my mouse cursor, we have cost centers. So when we talk of cost centers, now we're talking of how will you be able to track your performance per depot of all the 4 depots and power apps that you could be using, Kisumu, Nakuru, Eldoret, etc. Or if you have stations, can you be able to generate a P&L per station and see how much you're making for that particular station? Your sales analysis per station as well. If you have vehicles, are you able to track your vehicle expenses? Are you able to see where they're going, the quantities they're taking? This is just a small snapshot of the power of cost center accounting. The thing before you here is known as the business partners. So business partners here, we're looking at the list of customers and suppliers, for example. So I'll just pick one over here. The makeup of customers and suppliers is made of, say for example, in the industry we now have local customers, we have transit customers. So this is industry language, and we've been able to split up into that way, and also be able to track things like the at 20 quantity. We're able to track the observed quantity tracking at the moment of sale. So as you can see here, we have the makeup of the different business partners. And because the structure is already there, it makes it very easy to move into the solution, all right? Because a lot of the legwork has already been done. We have the inventory master. So the inventory master is the makeup of the different stock items. And as you can see here, in this drill down, if I click here, you can see the master for example, AGO export. So from here, what you're able to see is one, you're able to track the item by batches or vessels. So each and every time you have a vessel coming, you have an assay, you have an entry number, you'll be able to split each of those, I can say the fractions into that. And you're able to get your margins per entry number, per vessel, per assay, and you can generate reports showing how those have been consumed. So the beauty is sometimes you have quantity lying at COSIF, and that has come from different berthing of different ships, and the costs are different, and you want to take advantage. So in your current systems, this is very hard because all of it is grouped up as moving average. So you can't really tell what margin I'm going to add to this particular batch, and therefore you can say that this customer X, I'll sell you this at maybe 5 shillings less, and you still know that you'll make a profit from this. So this is the level of control we're giving you. As things get tighter, you will find that each and every company has to stop down and think, and now start learning and looking for ways to adapt. So that is one of the things we have from what we call batch feature. I will just go through here. Just go to the inventory data. In the system, we have multiple units of measure. We can track stock in M cube. We can track stock in M tons. We can track stock in liters. And at the same time, we can be able to see the stock position at any given time. So as you can see in my screen here, as I scroll down, we have the hospitality warehouses that start with HW. We're able to track hospitality stocks. We're able to see the costing at the hospitality stock, and we can be able to attribute a margin to it. We're able to move over from hospitality to the normal, to the warehouses provided by the government. And here we have, for example, the KPC Nakuru, Eldoret, Kisumu, COSIF as well. We're able to track the quantities of line fill. We're able to also go ahead and track the quantities in the particular stations. So the more stations you have, the better. I know there's a particular challenge in the stations when it comes to the POS. I think that is one of the things we'll get back at one particular point in time. But it's good to realize that all these things have already been factored in. Sometimes when you choose to engage in things like fuel on truck, that kind of setup is already there. I think it's good to say that at the point of that we're moving in, what we avoid doing is say copy and paste. What we did for customer X, copy and paste to customer B, no questions asked. So we really avoid, because each and every customer is unique in their own special way. So we really take cognizance of that, and we're able to mimic that with our implementations. But what you will surely get is a best practice setup, best practice standards, and a highly experienced team to take you through. Okay, so besides this, which is the oil product, we have other stock items. Let me show you here. And you can see the other items. These are station items, items that are sold on a station level. So here we have the air cleaners, the brake fluid, the fuel filters, and so on and so forth, all right, with the different numbers and etc. So all of this comes ready, and at the point of sale, we can choose to agree with the team on how to actually integrate this with the teams on the ground, all right? I think that is for master data. I hope you're just taking notes of some of these things, because as we start engaging and discussing, we can have a more fruitful discussion. I want to open the screen here. It's called batch details, and here we can be able to see one. This is an item called export. It's a transit item. Transit items are currently tracked through the ICMS. So ICMS has the C number here. We're able to see here a field called cost. We can track the cost per entry number of transit items or local items. You can see here. We can also do, bond management, all right? So there are companies that do bond management internally. You are accommodated. You have a team for that. That is well and good. You can be able to use our software. It has features for that. We're able to track vessel details for each and every vessel. You can, because the beauty, what we've seen over the years is, if you're able to match the KPC reporting line by line, then you get full benefit of what we have here, so that you avoid a lot of extra work done manually in Excel and having to call and manage things, haphazardly. So you can track that by vessel name. We have an internal asset for companies that use that. We have the T810. I think now it has changed. So as we scroll through here, you can see it's a mixture of both local product, and we also have the transit product. Local product, we have the entry number, assay, and all other details here. This cost field is very important. This is one of the most important things, because as I will just explain briefly, what we do in the purchase process in SAP is we track from the beginning, from provisional invoicing. And from there on, we're able to track as the goods come in, right? As the product is discharged. We track the entry details, and then we go to the aspect or the function called landed cost management, which I will close. Just allow me to close here. As we look at it, we just highlight some of the main areas. Example here, we have landed cost management. So we just took a sample of the data and we put there for one of the suppliers called E3. So you can see here, we have a product called, the AGO. It has come in. If I right click here, and I set the relationship map here, it shows me how the product came in. I can see my goods receipt document there. So the system is so easy to use. We actually approximate per module, per function about a day of training. But what we've done on our side, because of what we've noticed, we've given support ample time. So we really dedicate a lot of time of on-site support with the team to ensure that the team is very, very familiar. So as you can see here, we have the product bought from E3. We have the item here. We have the quantity in metric tons, the price in metric tons, the conversion factor, which is another area. We have the quantity in metric cubes, price in metric cubes. We have the unit price in liters. All right. So we're able to track that at the point of purchase. So when it comes to reporting, when it comes to doing your conversions, all of them can be done from the system. Now, if I right click here and then I say relationship map again, so the system draws out something else. You can see this. This is a full path, all right? So these are processes that are going to be happening each and every time, but we've been able to link them together from one end to the other, so that at any point in time, anyone in the business can be able to see where you, okay? So if I come back here to where I started from, the landed cost, I just need to click there. I can see the product, I can see the base price that I got here. So this is 0.7465, all right? If I come to the cost makeup here, so cost makeup is a list of landed costs. When you import product, you have items, factors such as analysis costs, demurrage, duty, finance, local component, and so many other costs which make up the final costing. Through this functionality, we're able to add the cost in even before selling. So at the time of sale, you already have factored in your margin. If at all, because in some cases we've seen a lot of losses, especially in the past regime, when they had the subsidy program, which fortunately now is on its way out. It was, you'd be able, our customers were able to foresee where they would make losses. Yeah.
Further, clicking on employee record, it will take you to his payslip. So auditing and drilling down the information is click of button. We have a comprehensive employee search facility available in the system, which will help you to search employee based on name, based on department, sections. You can also filter out all the staff working under human resource department. On human resource administration part, we have offense, correspondence, reward, promotion, demotions, resignation, retirement, disciplinary and grievance, discharge, termination, reinstatement, exit interview. On personal information, we have emergency contacts, passport details, next of kin, dependent details, all these informations available in the system for use. This is a comprehensive HR management system. Coming on to the leave management, you can manage leave from one system. So your system is predefined with annual leave, but you can create your own leave, annual leave, sick leave, paternity leave, maternity leave. All sorts of leave can be created in the system with a policy. We have employee self-service, which will help you to log in using the web browser, or you can use your mobile phone to use employee self-service module. So comprehensive employee self-service is available in the system. Employee can log in, apply for leave application, and there is a workflow available which will alert the user when the application is approved, when the application is rejected, or the application status is still pending. Employee can update their correspondence like address details, dependent details, next of kin, passport details, emergency details, disability details. User can change username and password, and manager can log in to using the mobile phone on the go, and the system will enable them to approve the records. So this is manager login. As you can see, all the leave applications, some of them are approved, some of them are rejected with the reasons. So this is very easy to manage the leave application workflow. We have time and attendance, which will help you to integrate with biometric devices like face reader, palm reader, or mobile based attendance. You can do shift management, direct integration with clock in, clock out data. If in case of factories, employees working under factory and different shift, morning shift, night shift, all calculations are integrated with payroll. Finally, we have GL setup that will help you to integrate Smart HRMS system with SAP Business One. So this is a direct integration with SAP Business One, and it is the simplest integration once the implementation done with the SAP Business One file format. The last but not least is security. So you can have your own comprehensive security in the system. Who can access? You can maintain the record level security, user accounts, and also user permissions. You can maintain user permission, no writes, read-only writes, read and write, and full access. Smart HRMS is a comprehensive system, secure, and it is a multi-user and multi-country system which will enable companies to manage HR department and all the functions using one application. With this, I conclude the presentation of Smart HRMS. Thank you.
That was quite comprehensive and enlightening around how to manage your human resource. Our partners today are Microsoft and SAP. We have Dipesh from SAP who's currently present, who has joined us.
My name is Dipesh Ganatra. I work for SAP East Africa, based out of the Nairobi office. And welcome all. I think you've covered quite a bit of the agenda this morning. So apologies for the delay. Something just came up, so I couldn't avoid that. So yeah, as you can see, Goldvein are our authorized certified Business One partners. Business One is one of our flagship mid-market solutions for SAP, and it's sold through our certified partners. Goldvein was one of our, in fact, probably the only partner that managed gold status in 1 year. So, very proud of them. They're partners in East Africa, so they deploy solutions across. I don't know if this is just people from Kenya mainly that are here. So yeah, this is our mid-market, or what we call the SME or mid-market ERP solution, Business One. However, overall, generally, SAP as a vendor, like all enterprise vendors, and I'm sure you're all aware of that. All enterprise vendors now are moving towards cloud solutions. So I think on a longer term roadmap, Goldvein also have that in the plan. So cloud is what you will be hearing everywhere now. So we are now ready as SAP to offer a mid-market cloud solution as well. It's called S/4HANA Public Cloud. So it's based, it's deployed on the public cloud, and Obviously, I'm sure Goldvein will be having many more events later on featuring the cloud as well. So, yeah, for now, this is I think more about what they can offer in terms of their portfolio of solutions, and SAP is one of them. So yeah, thank you, Martin, for the invite and you know, having this event, talking about SAP and Business One. I'm here if you need any questions, queries to be answered regarding SAP, our roadmap, our strategy. I'll be more than willing to share. Otherwise, please enjoy the morning, enjoy the event, and hopefully we'll be able to network a bit more over the break. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pesh. I'd like to welcome Microsoft as well.
So my name is Patrick from Fast Distribution. So we are one of the partners that work strongly with Goldvein. Basically, we try to see what customers are driving or adopting in their particular organizations and how we can help enhance that, right? Because we've got a lot of different processes and technology options that customers get to look at, right? But then we also get conscious of how do these affect even customers from a budgeting point, right? And so that's why you see now we're having to adopt an option where we get conscious of where customers are coming from, the kind of investments they're making. And so this straight up comes even from just the top level, just sensitizing these. So we've seen Microsoft also moving very strongly in understanding industries and how industries operate. And what you'll get to see is that we've got solutions that will most probably try and fit you as an organization. And today, I think our focus will just be on Microsoft 365 and Microsoft Azure and how that fits into your organizations, right? How do we send emails to our partners outside the organization? Could be suppliers, could be customers. And so those are the key components: collaboration, security, and also remaining compliant, right? Depending on the industries that we are in, right? And so that now makes it a little bit complex when now we start looking at the mode in which we are working today. Okay? So being able to work remotely, having that mobility where I can work from anywhere and from any of my devices, right? And from a tech point, it becomes then a little bit more complex. How are we going to manage security of guys, first of all, who are not within our local network, but also working from multiple devices, right? And so that's what all this collapses into, okay? And so what we get to see is how we manage a couple of things around privacy and also around security and management of all these devices that you're talking about here, okay? And so that's basically, in a nutshell, what the Microsoft 365 productivity suite will help with, right? And it will integrate even with all these other systems that you're working with. And in this case today we are looking at SAP, right? So how are you able to manage any communication that will be coming out of the system, right? So there are any emails that need to be sent out, and also how you're going to track all this communication is being managed. If you need to do any audits later on, you'll be able to now definitely focus on how do I save on costs, right? How do I increase on security for my platform, okay? And how do I improve on productivity? And on security, you're also looking at, in the sense that I am on SAP, right? But I've now seen the benefit of adopting these productivity tools. I'm adopting Microsoft for my emails. I'm adopting Microsoft for my document management platform. But then another headache would be if I have users having a separate set of credentials for SAP and another separate set of credentials for my Microsoft environment, right? So Microsoft will come in with what you call Azure Active Directory, okay? And that's your cloud identity management and access management platform. When I'm setting up my Microsoft 365 environment, I'm going to set up my users to be primarily authenticated from that. And even when they're trying to access SAP, they'll be using the same Microsoft 365 set of credentials, that email ID, that password that you use for their Microsoft 365 environment, to also authenticate into SAP. Okay, it becomes easier for you even as an organization to also start enhancing security, because then on Microsoft 365, I'll go on and enhance and add in a second level of verification, right? So my user has an email and a password, right? That can be easily compromised, right? Maybe they write it down. So I need to add an extra level of authentication where they have to verify that it is them who's entering this. So it's probably a two-factor authentication where a unique code, one-time PIN is sent to their phone, right? And so this is also being extended into also them accessing, that SAP workload from that SAP ERP or CRM environment from anywhere, right? Because then they're being the authentication is being managed by your Azure Active Directory sitting on the Microsoft side of the cloud environment, right? And so this ability to be able to seamlessly work together can help you, slowly start enhancing on a few things around security and all that, right? And we've seen now with Microsoft Teams, now we've been able to ease how we can collaborate together, right? Not just a simple conferencing, and chatting tool, right? It also brings together all the components of the Microsoft Cloud environment just to allow you as organizations to chat and also collaborate together with your internal staff. So definitely all customers want to be able to do, as they're making purchases, hey, how can I minimize, having too many different contracts? And here, that's where we're looking at. We have SAP addressing our ERP and CRM needs, okay? So how can we address our other security needs, productivity needs, collaboration needs, and we can encompass those and just have one contract to adopt those, okay? So that's what you're looking at today. So basically, with just with the support of Goldvein, definitely it's to help you as a customer understand, hey, how can I get started? So the team, sits with you, gets to understand where you are, what you're looking to achieve from a digital transformation perspective, what you're currently running, and how now we have tools that can help you now make that much easier depending on how you're operating. Either you're operating hybrid, but just basically means you have users, sitting in the office and others working remotely, and how you can enhance the productivity and also security for all these users, right? And also just understanding now from a managed services perspective how we can enhance your experience in the cloud or your journey to the cloud, right? And how we can manage that with it. Okay, so these are some of the what you call the SMB suits or the SMB product suits. Okay, starts from the basics, which is the business basic product suite that will just give you your online services. So but then, if you don't have any office applications, because then we see the ability of you being able to work also with Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and in some cases even integrate your Excel applications with SAP, and so on and so forth. So the security that you're adding on is first of all being able to protect all your endpoints, where we've got the Defender suite, okay? Protect your productivity tools, still with the Defender suite, okay? So to protect all your users' communication on email, their collaboration on Teams, any files that they're getting on SharePoint will be protected with the Defender suite. Being able also to do device management. So we're allowing our users to work remotely, right? They'll be able to access these tools from anywhere. That means from either a home laptop, their own mobile device, and stuff like that, right? So how do we manage our company data that's going to be accessed from that particular device, right? And so we've got tools like Intune that can help you manage that, right? And so this is just tools that will get to understand what do you need, what are you trying to achieve, what are you trying to protect, and how much flexibility and mobility are you allowing your users to have, right? And how do you carry on security, as you give that flexibility to your users. Okay, so that's basically what I wanted to talk about today. So just a focus on that and the enterprise suits. Okay. Any question? Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Henry.
Cost of fuel has become so high that even COVID has refused to travel. Okay. So anyway, welcome.
Thank you. Morning, everyone. Is it morning? Afternoon? Good afternoon. Yeah, my name is Henry Gishohi, and I'm from Microsoft. I am the Channel Sales Manager for Azure. I cover East and Southern Africa. And I'm glad to be here. I can see Patrick is here with us, and same as Goldvein. And as Microsoft, how we normally work is we work through our distributors and our partners. So our distributors are the ones now will help us now in terms of scaling in the region. But why Azure? we have different solutions, and Patrick has mentioned Modern Work, which is now the Office 365, the collaboration tools that we have. And then we also have Azure. We had a discussion earlier that Martin presented about SAP Business One, and we can also talk about SAP as a whole. It's more about addressing your enterprise business or enterprise operations, whatever you're having, or if it's more of finance, HR, but the underlying issue is what about the platform? Get to a point where you want to advance into whatever you want to upgrade your systems, but however, you don't have a solution that can help you bridge the gap. So that's where we come in as Microsoft, together with Patrick and First Distribution and Goldvein, to ensure that there is no disconnecting between you running your business. And why Azure? Azure is our cloud platform as Microsoft. And what we normally do is we offer you as an infrastructure as a service, where you can be able to load any solution. It doesn't have to be a whole lift and shift of your solution. You can take even bits and pieces, where you normally work with us and your partner, being Goldvein, to ensure that we can do what we call solution assessments. What we normally do first is a solution assessment. We check your environment and we advise you on how you're going to start this journey. So at least now you know, we don't preach something that we don't do. So, and you have seen in the media, there's this discussion about SAP Rise, and there's SAP on Azure. So all these things you're driving together because you have a partnership with SAP as well. So we have different programs to make sure that at least we help you migrate your processes or your programs that you have. It can be SAP, it can be any other thing that you have within the organization. First, we can do a POC, which is we can fund as Microsoft to support you as a customer to at least lessen the burden on your side in terms of financially. And then the other thing is, because this is a migration, we normally have different programs that you can be able to support to make sure that at least on the budget wise, we are able to help you on that side. And then once you start using the solution, the key thing that is normally here is you hear in the market, you hear if you're not already using cloud solutions, the sizing that was done, you ended up having to spend more than what was required, what you're budgeted for. But what happens? So what we normally do is we do optimization, and then we look at the workloads and we're able to advise you what to go first and things like that, to ensure that you feel like you're in control of your business. There is flexibility on your side. The other thing is that we support our partners with now with your solution, whatever you're running it can be SAP or Business One, on Oracle or HANA, what you're using as a platform. We can still host it on Azure because we already have approval of that. We already have an agreement on both sides. So that's not an issue. And now going forward, we give you analytical tools which you're able to use and analyze and see the business, how you can take it to the next level. Your journey to the cloud is not an issue. And I'm actually here. If you have any question on my side, I'm more than happy to answer that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Henry. It was very insightful. It's very, very insightful. Probably we could start asking one or two questions. Probably a question I will have will be for Martin. So we have seen from the demo, there was, the currency that you're using was USD. What's the likelihood that, assuming that we are a company that traverses all of East Africa, are you able to handle multi-currencies, 3, 4, 5 different currencies?
Thank you. Yes, so just to mention, the system is multi-currency, and it has a simultaneous multi-currency feature, which means at any given time, you can be able to process all your transactions in 2 different currencies. So the most common, especially in the oil and gas industry, is USD and the Kenya shilling. USD is normally set for the system currency, and especially for group reporting, company reporting, and the Kenya shilling is set because of our legislative requirements. So this basically means if we were to go to Uganda, you can follow the same. So you could have an outfit in Uganda, which the system currency is USD, and the local currency is the Uganda shilling. This now further gives rise to things like consolidated reporting, where you could have company A Kenya, company B Uganda, do a consolidated report that at the back is, is based on the USD. Thanks. So also other currencies are accommodated. You could buy and sell in the euro, in the pound, and many other different currencies, not just linked to what is the default local and system currency, but many other currencies beyond that are actually accommodated. Thanks.
Right. Thank you very much, Martin. So probably one of the things you need to do is when that customer is paying you, look at them straight in the eye and tell them, you know what? You are all I ever need. Welcome, welcome.
My name is Joseph Mutunga from Elada Oil Company, and I have 8 years experience. I mean oil and gas industry. I've worked for AS Energy, where we were also working with SAP. So I've been working with SAP for the 8 years in the oil industry. So in my current role, I've been part of a team that carried out a system changeover, business reorganization, and institution processes geared towards enhancing efficiency and effectiveness. And this has been achieved through SAP. Just click, in a click of a mouse, you get a report, you make a decision right there. Sales order processing has been simplified, right from PFI, sales order, delivery, and AR invoice. You do not have to create manual orders and send them for loading at Kenya Pipeline as it used to be before. Accurate processes have been achieved in many oil companies due to the available approval stages that SAP system offers. There is effective flow of information. There is full track of information right from anyone posting a transaction all the way to the management. And this has been provided through the approval stages as well. And there is bank reconciliations, which is now automatic. Personally, I've used so many systems. We are now able to manage vessel, shipment, destination of the product, and bond and KRA entries. With SAP, I am now able to manage fuel inventory at the service stations. I'm able to know how much stock is left, when should I replenish, as well as which product is moving faster than the other, just in a click of a mouse. Service station performance, and then now there's the branch accounting or the profit and cost centers, and therefore promoted delegation of duties and efficiency in your company. E-filing of documents has been made possible. You can extract statement of financial position and the P&L for each branch. There is the importation process. The import process has been made faster and simplified through the use of SAP. And then there's also the asset management. Then AP and AR module, there's full track right from PFI all the way to AR invoice and the related incoming payments for those particular transactions. You can be able to track completeness in each process, and you saw the relationship map being displayed here. Sales reports per loading point. If you want a report from KPC Eldoret, you want a report from VTTI, you want a report from Nakuru, you can just click and get it.
Thank you very much, Joe. Wow, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite you now. We have an open plenary session where we're going to field questions. And feel free. We would want to hear those questions from you. Very good. Hi. Very well. Would you mind if I asked you what system you're currently using? SAP. Ah, okay. Preaching to the converted. Very well. Is there anyone else? How is it working out for you?
Yeah, we are working perfect.
Okay.
I'm from Lake.
Ah, okay. Very well. Okay. Very well. Any challenges that you've had that you'd like to field to the teams here, both Goldvein and SAP? Sorry? Yes. You're facing challenges. More than 2 decimal points is not picking on the teams.
It's fitting, but the KRS system and here is the difference. We are getting the variance.
Okay, so reconciliation with the KRA system,
Yes.
right?
Yes. We have the variance for the decimal.
Yes.
We are facing the decimal.
Okay.
Sometimes it's not fitting. The SAP is not fitting directly to the teams. So we are facing the issue for it.
Okay. So I believe that is something that can get resolved very quickly because it's just a simple customization issue.
Another question, the Embesa, how can you connect it directly for the Embesa transaction? I see you have posted something for the Embesa transaction.
Yes. Okay, so what we've done with Embesa is we've worked with Safaricom.
Yes.
They have a team of developers which work with our team as well. And what we do is we're able to bridge the two APIs. We have our own middleware API from TVS. We're able to work with the API from Safaricom Daraja. And then we have our own API as well. Then we have SAP. So with their help and with the work of our team, we're able to draw data, the transactions from M-Pesa immediately. And then from our API, we're able to push it into SAP. It meets with the invoice that is there and what happens then, automatic reconciliation. So you're able to see how much you've received in your M-Pesa account. You can verify it as well as the invoice associated is also closed.
So you are linked with the Safaricom?
Yes, with Safaricom.
So you can pick it automatically the transaction?
Yeah.
To the SAP?
To SAP.
These batch details for the entry numbers. You can see the entry cost and the entry numbers.
Yeah.
So you have to type manually or what? I see the batch number.
Yes, so the batch entry number is, I think we can call it a bit of a new feature. So the entry number is what you get with every shipment. Or I can say when you get the PFI or the product comes in. And yes, you have to capture it manually because there is no direct connection between the KPC system and the localized SAP that you'll be using. So you have to capture it. But we've put in place some mechanisms to control things like duplicates of the asset number, duplicates of the entry number, and ensure that information is, has some degree of accuracy.
Very well. There you go.
Good afternoon. Just a question with regards to consulting. We're currently using SAP at MGAS, but we want to get guidance probably on best practices and other features that you have on SAP in which we can utilize for different use cases and departments. Is that something that you'd guide us through? Is that something that you're offering, and what does that entail?
Yes, we do undertake business process reviews. So what you normally do in this case is we would have a review of your current SAP implementation. How are you using it? Because I know from that question comes a lot of concern. You're probably not feeling that you're not using it to the fullest. There are gaps that you feel that are there. Call us in for a business process review. So what we do is we'll take a review of how SAP is fitting into what you have. Then we get a report from that. Then from there we can now advise or recommend on the next steps to take, in fulfilling, just making sure that you use SAP to the fullest.
What are some of the challenges you would reckon you as a user you have experienced with that? And what would you recommend to the implementers as far as ensuring that the users have the experience as simple as possible?
The annual appraisal, from HR.
Excellent. That is very good feedback. Thank you very much. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
All right.
What department are you in the organization?
Marketing.
You're in marketing. Challenges, please. What challenges have you experienced, and how do you think automation could help?
So far, my name is Susan. So far, what we're using is working okay. Our department, Oracle.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of the wonderful things that you think you could share with the rest of us?
Just basically the navigation, the reporting works well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very well. Thank you, Susan. Very well.
For HR, the smart HRMS, and the other one for SAP. So, I saw you displaying login for manager and employee. What if it's a new joinee? is he able to also fill in and upload the documents themselves, or the human resources to upload on their behalf? Then SAP question. Other than M-Pesa payments, we also have the Visa card payments. Are you partnering with also banks so that we can also have automation of the Visa?
Very good questions.
So new joiners don't have default rights to just log into employee self-service. There should be a procedure in place where HR collects the basic informations before creating the login credentials for employee. Once the security are in place, a user account is created and HR approves the user account for accessing the employee self-service part. Then the new joiners can log in and upload their information in the system. And that is also subject to the approval. So we have multi-level workflow approvals where the user can just log into the system and update the information, and the line manager review the information edited by the user and approve it or reject it. Yeah. Thank you.
I'm Henry and Patrick. This is a country outside of Nairobi where infrastructure can be a little unstable. Okay, so imagine somewhere in the middle of Kapenguria, the internet may be a bit wavy, and it's something we've experienced even with elections. So if we move our operations straight into Microsoft and we basically base all our operations around that, with SAP included as well, what happens when we do not have internet?
So when you do come to adopting cloud solutions, then what you try to take customers through is a journey of starting from assessments, and these are all-round assessments, right? So we get to understand what are the business objectives, what is the journey the customer wants to take, what are the different stakeholders within the organization and also outside the organization, and also what's the current infrastructure and how will it support them adopting cloud, and then we can advise from there. So in most cases we don't necessarily, because then cloud adoption does not necessarily mean entirely living on-prem and moving to the cloud. You can take it in journeys, right? And that is in tandem with the current infrastructure support that you have. Okay, so it means that as a customer you might have to make some changes to get to the light level for you to totally move and operate from the cloud. Okay, so that's what we get to appreciate, and we advise customers. We can address those in the cloud. Okay, so when you're talking about being able to have an extra copy of your data sitting somewhere, so that even when there's an incident happening on premises, you're able to restore in the cloud. Start running your systems in the cloud, and then fail back. Once you fix whatever issues you have, could be hardware issues, could be malware issues. Think of it as any issue. So yes, we do try to set a basis for customers taking that journey of cloud adoption based on where they are currently, getting to learn their business objectives and getting to address any infrastructure challenges or the current infrastructure implementation that they have, so they can actually have a seamless journey and get to appreciate also the motion to cloud. So it's normally not like a once-off project where you come, lift things, put them in the cloud and disappear. No, because it always also constantly involves constant maintenance and also management of the cloud environment, and getting to enhance things. So we get to tweak also what workloads you have running in the cloud, and add in different pillars that we talk about that help with what you call a cloud adoption framework and a well-architected framework to help you as a customer appreciate your journey to the cloud, or your cloud adoption journey to the cloud. So yes, we do come across such challenges, but it doesn't necessarily mean cloud adoption is a simple lift and shift to the cloud. We do have different strategies where we're able to address customers' challenges in phases, okay, and get them to adopt what can currently work with their current infrastructure as we guide them on how to improve on that set of infrastructure.
All right. Very well. Any questions or comments you might have?
Thank you, Patrick. So we work with the 4 major hardware vendors that we have: Lenovo, Dell and EMC, HP, and there's one more, I'm forgetting. There's one more. Yeah, so we normally have the 4 that we normally work with. So they normally provide the hardware specs. So we do the sizing together with Microsoft, and then we tell them what they need to help the customer according to the resources that they want to put on the cloud when they want to do the Azure stack. Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. There being no other business, going once, twice. Okay, I'd like to invite the Martin.
And the question I posed was, you've had the news, fuel has gone up by 2 shillings to go. This is not about to stop. So what are we doing about this? What is our level of preparedness as businesses, as entities? What are we doing this? We need to adapt, we need to change. LPG, hopefully, in June, July, it will go down to 500 shillings. Well, how true that is, we don't know, but should it happen, how prepared are we, to now look at the deluge of sales, from all these LPG sales and all these LPG purchases, companies moving, all right, changing from one, main area, main focus of business to another one. We've talked about cloud. We've actually managed to discuss quite a bit in a very small amount of time. This is a lot of information, and it can be a bit hard, just to put it together. One thing I strongly suggest, there are some feedback forms on your desks. Please fill up those feedback forms. Make them as elaborate as possible. Just put them all in. We really need that information. After this, I think we'll have, meetings and discussions with each one of you as we sit and get to digress. So many things we digress over this. We have the cloud, we have the 365, we have the security features, we have the SAP running on multiple environments, hybrid environments, on-premise. So many things that are actually very key and important take-outs from here. Also, fill in other people who you think should really have attended, because there's just so much you have learned from this. Put the names down. This is not the first time. We'll always have other events. We'll always do face-to-face, one-to-one meetings. All right, just to discuss and get to align a bit better. Thank you, Patrick. I think with that, that will be all.
Just I can start. Yeah. Hi, good afternoon. My name is Dipesh Kanatra. I work for SAP East Africa, based out of the Nairobi office. I'm gracing the Goldvein oil and gas event today. I'd just like to say that as SAP, we offer all solutions verticalized for industries across. SAP has been around in East Africa for over 20 years. We resell predominantly by building our partner ecosystem, and Goldvein is one of our partners. They focus on the mid-market, and they're SAP Business One authorized partners. They have an SAP-specific oil and gas template that they have developed, which is niche to this particular industry. They're experts in that. Outside of that, they have HR solutions as well that sit on SAP ERP. They are a gold partner based out of Nairobi, and thank you for the time.
My name is Henry Gishohi, and I'm the channel sales manager for Azure in Microsoft. And we have been engaging with Goldvein Solutions, and we recently onboarded them as a Microsoft partner, and also to extend the Microsoft products to those customers. So that's why our relationship with them is going. We are looking at it at a strategic front, where we can be able to drive them to the next stage. And we have seen the event today was very good, where we got to understand even they have their own solution which they have built for oil and gas, which helps the efficiency of the oil and gas industry. And we want to be their partner of choice, where we able to grow with them and see how best we can be able to help our customers run efficiently. Thank you.
My name is Judy Wangare. I work for Goldvein Solutions Limited. I have worked for Goldvein since 2018, since it began operations. I have seen it grow from one customer to now over 10 customers. I'm the operations manager I'm so glad to be at this event. We have been planning. A lot of work has gone into planning the event, and I'm so glad to see it happen today. I'm happy with how the day is going. Thank you.
My name is Martin Oweridi. I'm the Managing Director of Goldvein Solutions. So we had a very, very good event focused on the oil and gas industry. And with this focus comes with our experience. So we find ways where we have already cloud provisions based on our workings with the partners. For example, Microsoft, and based on also on top of that, we have an almost ready to run solution that is tailored for the oil and gas industry. So for all the oil and gas businessmen out there, this is a really good buy-in. This is a win-win scenario because one, they get to see effortless uptake, and we've managed to reduce implementation times from 4 months to about a month. All right, and still being able to leverage on the best practice of what we're able to get in SAP. We're able to leverage on the powers of the system, the strength of SAP, and also giving a smoother, finer feel to the end product in terms of the oil and gas industry. I think it's important to say that there's been a lot of movement and a lot of change worldwide in the petroleum sector, and Kenya is not left behind. And we've stopped and asked ourselves, what more can we do? How much or how can we help the local oil business, not just in Kenya, but in East Africa, being able to adapt and overcome the current challenges that they're having. And we've been able to look into the future. We've been able to plan ahead, work out solutions that meet the expectations. And we still go ongoing. I mean, the more and better things that are coming in, and all these things are designed to help the local businessman, the local oil and gas businessman. I don't know why I keep on using the word local, but I'll just say the East African oil and gas businessman be able to leverage, the solutions that we have to propel them forward, to help them become more robust, to give them a lifeline, all right, as things change, to help them adapt faster, and always definitely to enable us, being able to give back to the business environment that has continued and has really, really played a big part in our growth so far.